From the National Automotive Design and Development Council (NADDC), developing Nigeria's automotive industry. This is Automotive Hour, projecting Nigeria's automotive industry to the world.
Hello and welcome to another edition of Automotive Hour, brought to you by the National Automotive Design and Development Council, NADDC. This program is dedicated to taking you through the latest developments, insights, and innovations driving Nigeria's automotive sector forward. I am your host, Maimuna Ahoiza-Zubair. On this episode, we'll shine the spotlight on the policy frameworks paving the road to an industrialized Nigeria, exploring how policy continues to shape, support, and accelerate the nation's automotive ambitions. And on our Meet the Manufacturer segment, we will showcase a powerhouse company, none other than Dangote Sinotruk West Africa Limited. It promises to be another fantastic edition, but first, let's bring you the top stories making the rounds in the Nigerian automotive industry.
In a landmark step towards boosting Nigeria's automotive industry and empowering its youth, the federal government, through the National Automotive Design and Development Council, has commissioned an automotive training center at the Lagos State University of Science and Technology, Ikorodu. The facility, unveiled on August 25th, is part of NADDC's nationwide program to equip students with practical skills in diagnostics, safety, and new mobility technology. Representing Governor Babajide Sanwo-Olu, the Executive Governor of Lagos State, Mrs. Moreni-Keji Azeez, said the center would enhance youth training in diagnostic and safety systems.
Nigerians becoming more conscious of not managing. They don't want to be managing and managing. So what they require are quality technicians that will either service their cars or repair their cars to the standard that is expected in Nigeria and internationally. That's one. And then the second thing are the industries that are producing vehicles, manufacturing vehicles. They too are looking for a pipeline of skilled technicians to work in their own factories and so on. So this place is part of that opportunity of producing those skilled technicians.
The Honorable Minister of State for Industry under the Federal Ministry of Industry, Trade and Investment, Senator John Owa-Ina, explained that the project aligns with the automotive policy target of 40% local content and 1 million jobs.
This center has been commissioned inside the University of Lagos, Science and Technology. So what it is that the graduates of this institution now have a ready-made, opportunity and avenue for them to learn the skills and to get themselves prepared for industry. So this center speaks and answers the question of that challenge of mismatch between the training of our graduates and the skills, the technical competence that is required to function outside. So this facility now provides an opportunity to be able to balance that out.
NADDC Governing Board Chairman, His Eminence Chief Ima Enyuko, described it as a beacon of opportunity that will prepare young Nigerians for careers in the evolving automotive sector, particularly in EV and CNG development.
This outfit is ensuring that we are bringing out technicians to service made in Nigerian vehicles. It's a step in the right direction that this place and other places that are training centers are churning out technicians and other experts for construction of vehicles. They will be able also to churn out motor parts, indigenous motor parts that will be used for these vehicles. So it is a step on the right direction by the President of the Federal Republic of Nigeria and also the Renewed Hope agenda.
In his address, Director General of the Council, Joseph Oshonipin, explained that the project reflects NADDC's commitment to building 23 automotive centers nationwide.
What inspired this initiative is because we want to train Nigeria, we want to empower Nigeria, we want to produce workforce that will support the development of auto sector in Nigeria. There is no way a sector or an industry can develop if you don't have the manpower that will support the system, no matter how highly technology the industry is or how highly system driven the industry is, you still need manpower.
Ensuring that training capacity keeps pace with industry needs under the Renewed Hope agenda. In our related developments, the National Automotive Design and Development Council, on behalf of the federal government, has broken ground for a new automotive training center at the University of Education and Entrepreneurship, Akwampa, in Cross River State. The project, launched on August 29th, continues NADDC's effort to expand technical training hubs across the country. Speaking at the groundbreaking ceremony, the Honorable Minister of State for Industry under the Federal Ministry of Industry, Trade and Investment, Senator John Onwa Eno, described the project as a historic moment and a vital step in building skills, innovation and economic empowerment for Cross River State and Nigeria. He stated that these centers will prepare Nigeria's workforce for electric, CNG, and next-generation vehicles while aligning with President Bola Ahmed Tinubu's Renewed Hope agenda on job creation, poverty eradication, and digital economy.
This center will be that pipeline producing men and women with the expertise to keep Nigeria on the road to progress. Each center we establish strengthens our industrial fabric, it widens the opportunities for our youths, and brings Nigeria closer to true self-reliance in the automotive sector.
Chairman of the NADDC Governing Board, Chief Ima Enyuko, reaffirmed the Council's commitment to equipping the center to global standards, noting that it will provide practical exposure for students in electric and CNG-powered vehicle technologies.
Today's groundbreaking is more than the start of a building project. This will serve as a catalyst for job creation. Foster entrepreneurship and empower technicians, engineers and innovators, industrial growth and economic diversification in line with the renewed hope of the President, His Excellency Bola Ahmed Tinubu GCFR.
Director General Joseph Oshonipin, in his remarks, disclosed that NADDC has already established 21 centers nationwide, with 16 fully equipped.
We are doing mechatronic training. We introduce entrepreneurship into it because we want technicians to see themselves not only as roadside technicians, we want them to see this thing as business. And there is no better place to do that than a university that is set up to teach our youth, our young ones, the future of Nigeria about entrepreneurship. And that is why this is suited for not only the university, for not only South-South, not only the state, but the whole nation as a whole.
Here lies the future of our people, the youths, the women, the entrepreneurs. And it's best suited in this university, as you, of course you know, Cross River State is the only university in Nigeria that has a university of entrepreneurship. So that is why we situate this project in this university for the benefit of our people.
The Akwampa facility will strengthen youth empowerment, innovation, and capacity building in the automotive sector.
Welcome back. Nigeria's automotive policy has remained a cornerstone in the effort to establish a vibrant, competitive, and industrialized sector. From the drive for local assembly to initiatives encouraging alternative fuel adoption and job creation, the policy framework provides the roadmap to transform Nigeria into a true automotive hub for West Africa and the continent. Take a look.
Beneath the roar of engines and the hum of assembly lines, policy-making remains the true engine of Nigeria's automotive revolution. The National Automotive Design and Development Council's strategic policies have been carefully crafted, designed not as slogans, but as the structural blueprint for an industrialized, competitive automotive sector. The National Automotive Industry Development Plan, NAIDP, sets 7 bold targets to elevate Nigeria's automotive capacity, producing 200,000 vehicles annually, transitioning from semi-knocked down to CKD CBU manufacturing, raising local content to 40%, increasing employment across the automotive value chain, and ensuring electric vehicles account for 30% of local production. The policy also calls for fresh assembler licenses and renewal of existing ones to optimize productivity. Equally critical is the Local Content Development Initiative. Here, local content includes everything from fabricating indigenous components to employing local labor during assembly. The NADDC plans interactive workshops with component producers to identify competitive opportunities, support domestic manufacturing, and gradually phase out imports through strategic tariff measures. Mobilizing finance is just as important. Through the Automotive Development Fund ADF, NADDC collaborates with the Bank of Industry to streamline funding for value-adding ventures. The Council also collaborates with the ADF Committee on Credit Management and Recovery to strengthen the Vehicle Finance Scheme, aimed at boosting demand for locally assembled vehicles. Another cornerstone policy is the End-of-Life Vehicles ELV regulation. Nigeria currently imports hundreds of thousands of used vehicles annually, creating a mounting environmental and logistical challenge. The ELV policy seeks to solve this by promoting circular economy practices. Its implementation is projected to create 40,000 jobs, recycle 800,000 tons of metals, over 2 million used tires, millions of liters of engine oil, and generate close to 100 billion naira annually. Policy direction also flows from the Nigeria First policy, now embedded in public procurement guidelines. Announced under the renewed hope agenda of President Bola Ahmed Tinubu, this policy mandates all government agencies to prioritize Nigerian-made goods, including locally assembled vehicles. NADDC and industry players have lauded this as a critical instrument for driving domestic patronage. Globally, countries such as Germany and Japan have built globally competitive auto sectors on similar policy scaffolds, homegrown mandates, R&D, and trade facilitation. In Nigeria's case, adoption of NAIDP into law and alignment with the African Continental Free Trade Area, AfCFTA, auto strategy, export-oriented auto economy, preserve jobs, and unlock significant economic multipliers. Participants in the 2025 Nigeria Auto Industry Summit emphasized this need for urgency. In essence, Nigeria's path to automotive industrialization lies solidly at the crossroads of ambitious policy and decisive implementation. From local content deepening to green vehicle adoption, circular economy reforms to public procurement frameworks, these are the building blocks for a future-ready automotive ecosystem. With the right frameworks fully operational and the National Automotive Design and Development Council leading the charge, Nigeria can not only drive on its domestic roads, but also export its ambition, one locally manufactured car at a time.
Clearly, automotive policy is not just about vehicles. It is about jobs, technology transfer, industrial growth, and national pride. Now, let's turn our attention to a key industry player making remarkable strides in local manufacturing. We feature Dangote Sinotruk West Africa Limited, a Nigerian partnership company at the heart of heavy-duty vehicle production in the sub-region. With around 30% local content integration and a strong emphasis on compressed natural gas utilization, the company operates a premier CKD plant, one of the very first of its kind in West Africa. Through its strategic partnerships, Dangote Sinotruk has been able to deliver trucks that meet Nigeria's industrial and infrastructural demands, while also servicing the needs of the broader sub-region. Let's explore further.
Nigeria's automotive manufacturing landscape is witnessing a steady transformation. At the heart of its evolution is Dangote Sinotruk West Africa Limited, a joint venture between Africa's industrial giant Dangote Industries Limited and China's Sinotruk International. Established with a mission to build trucks locally, the plant today produces a wide range of heavy-duty and light trucks, trailers, and other commercial vehicles. But beyond production, it represents a strategic commitment to local capacity building and import substitution. For Managing Director Hikmat Tapa, the company's vision is clear. Nigeria should not only consume but also manufacture for Africa and the world. He emphasizes that local assembly and full-scale CAD operations are critical in creating jobs, conserving foreign exchange, and fostering industrial growth.
We are producing majorly here heavy-duty truck, basically Ho brand, 6x4 trucks, and the light truck also we producing also compactors, tankers, and firefighting trucks and other many more heavy duties trucks like tippers, and we estimated around 30% local component we are using, but majorly energies and oil, lubricants, grease, and now we have started to use locals, painting materials, chemicals also, and so it's around 30% we are using, but we are in searching of qualities and quantities of like tires and steels and many others local component, but we are not getting still qualities and in quantity and in terms of price we are not getting locally. So we are searching it also. We are trying to get the local more competent.
The plant has steadily expanded its capabilities, transitioning from semi-knockdown assembly to complete knockdown CKD production, ensuring more parts are fabricated and assembled on Nigerian soil.
This CKD plant is the first plant in CKD plant for trucks in Nigeria, not only Nigeria, in West Africa also. It is first. It's, we have a capacity of 30 trucks per day we can produce there. We have already did some CKD, produce some CKD trucks also. It's fully functional. So we are using the local contents, local we are using there's welding materials, welding gas, and paints from the local suppliers, local vendors. That is one of the major cost part, and many chemicals also. And so it is the first these kinds of plant in the Nigeria. Many things we can get locally here.
Head of Manufacturing, Engineer MJ Koyis, highlights the importance of technology transfer and workforce training. With a skilled team of Nigerian engineers and technicians, the factory is not just assembling vehicles, it is building human capital. Regular training programs, both local and international, ensure that staff are equipped with the latest automotive engineering standards.
We have technicians, we have operators, we have engineers, and we have facilities installed that are high-tech. And what we do is that when we install such, we invite specialists from our sister company, our JV company from China. They come and they transfer this knowledge. They train our staff, they empower them, then they go back. And periodically they come once in a while for refreshers training. And for some of our engineers also, we send them abroad for training. Like me, of course, I've been to China, I've been to Sinotruk and 3 states of China, and I've seen high-tech technology. And I learned through that visit, besides participating in the actual training. And some of our engineers will be leaving in a few months' time also to acquire more trainings on our prospects.
On the sales and market side, Assistant General Manager Sunday Dairo underscores the company's responsiveness to Nigeria's unique needs, with sectors like construction, logistics, agriculture, and oil and gas demanding reliable haulage solutions. Dangote Sinotruk designs vehicles specifically suited for Nigerian roads, climate, and payload realities. He also stresses the importance of after-sales services, a cornerstone of customer trust. With a growing network of service centers, spare parts availability, and trained field technicians, Dangote Sinotruk ensures every vehicle stays roadworthy long after purchase.
We have, large, number of, spare parts, and what we do with our customers across the federation is that, when there are calls that, they need parts from us, we can actually ship, the parts to them in whichever part of Nigeria. And they also can come to us too, to also get the spare parts. And then we also support them, say their vehicles, break down anywhere, any part of Nigeria. We have a mobile team, that actually goes to fix the vehicle for them. And they can also bring to us as well. So we cover the entire Nigerian, country.
But perhaps the most compelling is the company's alignment with Nigeria's energy transition agenda. THAPA affirms that the future lies in compressed natural gas and electric mobility. Dangote Sinotruk is already leading the charge to integrate these technologies into their production lines, positioning the company at the forefront of sustainable mobility in Africa.
Whatever we are making for Dangote, this all 100% CNG. Our president has directed that we can't use diesel or any other vehicles, even truck from now. Even whatever we have in fleet, we are all changing into the CNG. Yes, so we are now whatever we are getting this CKD for assembling for Dangote Group use, we are all importing these raw materials. We are importing for the CNG only. So we have already stopped to use diesels, petrols trucks for Dangote sale. But outside other customer, they are still there. Our Dangote, like our in-house usage inside the plant, we have started to use the EV also. So Dangote Group itself is already, we are moving to the 100% CNG.
The company's journey is also about building confidence in made-in-Nigeria vehicles. Each truck that leaves the assembly line is made to specification and adopts global and local regulations and standards.
Adopt the ISO standards 9001 and ISO 45001. So those are the international standards we adhere to, beside the local regulatory body that we actually that regulate us, SON, NADDC, of course, they are part of us.
Dangote Sinotruk believes that the trust of Nigerian customers lies not only in the brand name, but in the value proposition. Durable trucks, competitive pricing, efficient service, and strong resale value.
One of the things that we proud ourselves about is the quality of our product, and that is not in doubt. Today, the whole brand is number one, across, the Asian market, including, African markets, number one. And then a lot of, customers or prospects that we have appreciate that fact.
As the factory expands production capacity, Dangote Sinotruk is also playing a role in addressing unemployment. Hundreds of Nigerians are directly employed, while thousands more benefit indirectly across the value chain of suppliers, distributors, and logistics operators.
We have capacity to have more than 2,000, staffs working, on the 2 shifts.
From the vision of its leadership to the dedication of its workforce, the Dangote Sinotruk story is one of industrialization, resilience, and innovation. It is a story of how Nigeria can leverage partnerships, policies, and people to build not just trucks, but a stronger self-reliant automotive industry. This is Dangote Sinotruk West Africa Limited, driving Nigeria's automotive future, one truck at a time.
With that, we have come to the end of this edition of Automotive Hour. From the frameworks laid down by the Council to manufacturers translating them into tangible outcomes, every step forward strengthens the nation's industrial backbone. At the National Automotive Design and Development Council, our mandate is clear: to nurture innovation, support manufacturers, and pave the road to a truly industrialized Nigeria. On behalf of the Council, thank you for watching. Don't forget to follow our social media handles showing on your screens for more updates, features, and industry news. Join us same time next week for another exciting episode. Until then, I am Maimuna Ahoiza Zubair, and this is Automotive Hour. Bye for now.